that you always try to get the ball into the lane, but it appeared that that was really the #1 plan tonight early on, and did you think they executed it as you had hoped?
Well, yeah, but you still have to finish on the shot. So I think our guys made some tough shots inside. 19 for 24 from the 3, 4, 5 starters, those positions. And we had to have that because we knew they were going to hit some threes, and it was we made our run in the second half. They made their run. I was kind of glad ours was first, but the game kind of played out the way we thought. And I don't know how Coach Green feels, but they were going to do their thing. We did our thing, and we just happened to do better a little bit better on our possession. I think it was like 1.4 something for us, over 1 for them.
How well did Frank in particular adjust offensively? It seemed like they tried a little bit of maybe whatever they can think of against him, and nothing really slowed him down.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because what you're saying is it's a backhanded compliment, but it wasn't backhanded. Frank's a tough matchup, so people have done different things. And he's smart enough and agile enough and astute enough to be able to recognize some things, and his teammates have done a good job of recognizing how to get the ball into him, because he's got to be a part of the offense. And he has been all year, except for the game he wasn't in. It's kind of hard to do that.
Coach, they go from shooting close to 73% to down to 39% from 3. I know they hit like 8 of them in the first half, and you guys started on, I think, 16-1 run in the second half. What were you guys able to do that neutralized them on the perimeter, at least to start the second half?
Well, actually, we did not change anything we were doing defensively. It's just they got into a rhythm where they felt real comfortable with their threes. They were hitting guys in spots where they felt comfortable, which we've seen on tape. And there are going to be some nights where guys are going to go 2 for 8 from 3-point range. And then there's going to be nights where they shoot it a heck of a lot better than that, percentage-wise, and that's what they did. But like I said, it came in a spurt in the second half in under 10 minutes. And I'm glad they didn't hit them like that earlier, because then it makes it a little bit tougher for the team trying to make a comeback.
Coach Ryan, nice to see you. Congratulations. Good to see you.
You still at this?
Yes, sir. Until they kick me out, I'll be your agent if that's okay. But Zach Showalter, would you please talk about his development, and does it ever go through your mind that you coached his daddy back in the day as well?
Well, Zach is just a guy that's plays so hard, and he's smart, obviously, having had his dad as a coach. And he takes advantage of opportunities, and he doesn't sulk. He doesn't. So many guys who aren't playing really have bad body language. Their demeanor is not conducive to doing anything positive for your team. But Steve was like that as a player when he played, and Zach is like that as a player now when he plays, except Steve wasn't very happy when I took him out of the game. He'd make faces.
Bo, you obviously prepared for James Blackman. He didn't play. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, as a coach, you always hope for the young man's sake that he's back out there on the court. So I don't know. Was there anything? Nobody says anything anymore. Like Patrick didn't say Blackman won't be playing, or why didn't he play? I don't know. Do you know?
I think
Ankle.
Okay, lower leg. You have to say lower leg. Might be a lawyer in here. Yeah, no, he's a good player, obviously. But they have several who can attack and shoot the three, so they're good. I said they're a good team coming in. There's a lot of good teams in the league, and we're glad to get out of here with one tonight.
All right. Coach, earlier this week when you were on with Dan Dockage, he said if he was taking any player's 13th, he'd take Frank. If you were making a player of the year case for Kaminsky, what would be the points you would make?
People asked that after the Iowa game and said something about Frank. I said, look at the comments that other coaches make. Of course, I'm going to say the obvious because I'm with him every day. I see him practice. I see what he does. And I would rather not have any of my players thinking about player of the year conversations or anything like that. I just like my guys to have fun playing college basketball and work at it and finish their degrees. And you guys, media, I guess they decide. Or coaches don't decide the player of the year, do they? Isn't the vote at the end of the year the media? I think in the Big Ten you can do a player of the year and all that, but we're only halfway through the Big Ten, and I'm just glad he's not on the trading block. I don't know how much we would get for him.
Coach, a couple times we saw Kaminsky matching up against Yogi Ferrell. Was that by design, and so why?
Oh yeah, I went out there and told Frank to go play Yogi. Why don't you ask the other coach? I mean, you say it was by design? Did I do that? Really? You were just, somebody put you up to that question. No, I mean, that's something that they did when they were on defense. We didn't say on offense, Frank, now you go down there and you run right at Yogi and scream. We didn't do that. So you have to ask somebody else.
Jim? Well, you mentioned the points per possession. I think it was 1.24 you allowed. Knowing how much you value defense, is that a number you can live with when the offense is doing so well?
Well, up to that point where they hit the threes and that surge at the end, we had it down to where we wanted it. And you got to remember, also the way a game is played out sometimes, contact, what's a foul, what isn't. You know, it's kind of interesting to watch. So you take it for what it is. That first 10 minutes of the second half was the way I like to see us play. And then, you know, they were desperate to get back in it, so they started firing some threes. If those threes don't go in, it's, you know, no telling what the score was, but they were shooting them because they can make them, and they made them. Made quite a few of them. That's why they put that line in.
Coach, the Badgers have dominated the Hoosiers recently. Aside from preparation, how much of that is mentality, confidence in your guys, and maybe their guys' lack of confidence coming into a place like Madison and just playing the guys?
You know, I really don't think players go, oh, we're going to such and such a place. And hopefully none of the players that I have. And I couldn't tell you what records are, but then I just know tonight's game will smile and have a beverage, the coaching staff, and get right back at it. Start looking at film on Northwestern again. And, so I don't know about domination. I don't know any of that stuff. We just play.
Anything else for Coach? Great. Thanks, Coach.